After reading text 1.2, which speaks on the importance of Indians having to learn the English language in order to succeed in the field of call center trading, I would like for us to have a discussion based around the article. First off, what is cultural bias? Yes, Tyler.
Well, cultural bias is judging somebody based on somebody's culture.
Nathaniel?
I'd like to elaborate upon Tyler's definition. Cultural bias is when you look at a text and you judge it by its background compared to your background.
Yes, correct. Do you guys think it's possible to avoid cultural bias? Christina?
I don't think it's very possible to avoid this because judging others is a part of our human nature. When we read a text, we formulate our own opinions, which is mainly based upon morals and values that vary in different cultures.
Yes, Mary.
Yeah, the text states large companies from the West have outsourced their customers' care and telesales to India. Many Indians have shown an aptitude for learning that require communication skills. The English language is held to a higher standard in comparison to their own because it opens up a variety of job opportunities. In other words, culturally, English holds more weight and value in an economic and global sense.
Yes, Nathaniel.
I agree because we are bound to judge by our experiences and what we know about other things. For instance, when I hear that English is becoming a global language, I automatically think that that's a good thing because my native language is becoming more popular. However, people who speak foreign languages may think that this is a bad thing. They fear that their language may become obsolete or that the American culture is becoming oppressive. This is because our different backgrounds and our different views will get in the way in which we view things.
Yes, Tyler.
I would like to respectfully disagree, because if somebody were to read a text without knowing its origin, then they could potentially remain unbiased.
Yes, Christiana.
I think Tyler's making a good point. If I were to read a text with an unknown origin, I definitely have my own opinions, but it wouldn't relate to comparing someone else's culture to my own.
But it is inevitable for people to already know the origins of some texts. Let's take the Confederate flag as an example. How do you judge the Confederate flag? Tyler?
I was raised with the idea that slavery is wrong, and the Confederate flag is a symbol of the people who fought to keep slavery.
Mary?
I would like to respectfully disagree with Tyler. Growing up in the South, the Confederate flag and what it represents reminds me of my culture and my home. I never supported slavery, and neither does the flag. The Confederate flag is a symbol of my culture, and I think it shouldn't be seen as negative.
Exceptional analysis. Now, how could we see the Confederate flag from an unbiased view? Nathaniel?
I think we can't erase what we know, and that we will always have our opinions. But we can still consider both sides of the argument and evaluate it from there. So in a sense, the bias of both sides becomes a valuable part of the analysis.
I agree because without bias, there wouldn't be a perspective. Bias allows us to see into what the author or text is trying to convey.
Indeed. The analysis of some text will always be affected by our cultural background and the culture embedded with the text. Whether that is negative or positive, it will be up to the reader to establish the value of a text.